Welcome to the Early Start Pathway Program portal registration process. You would need to type magnetapply.uisd.net and that will take you to this page. This is the page that's going to help you and guide you get to the information you need and to be able to register and apply to the Early Start Pathway. First time visitor. Use a register button once you submit your registration. Use the login button and start your online application. So what you look at here is register. If you have not registered at any time, whether it be for Magnet or for Early Start Pathway, this is the time to do so. In order for you to continue with your actual application, you do need to register your email and your password first. So you go to this tab and you register. Please complete the registration information below. Your username will be your email address. Once you submit your registration, you will receive a confirmation email from magnet@uisd.net. Be sure to check your spam folder if you do not see the confirmation in your box. Required information is marked with an asterisk. So as you can see here, it is going to ask you for your login profile. Here you're going to type in the email that you'll be using to log in to this website. Then you type in your password, you confirm your password. Then we will have the contact information. The contact information can be the parent or the student. It does not have to be a particular name of the student, only because that will go in once you log in. This is just to be able to register into this portal. The last name, and of course, you type in here a math addition problem and you submit. And if you have any questions, please contact us at the UISD Advanced Academics Department at 956-473-5244 or at magnet@uisd.net. Now that you have registered and you have inputted your information, you're ready to begin. And just a quick reminder, Early Start Pathway. The Early Start Pathway is a program collaborative partnership with Laredo College. Through this program, qualifying students may take dual credit courses while in high school. Students who are ready may begin their collegiate careers by enrolling in these courses. Students will gain a jump start on required college core requirements while still in high school. They will become familiar with college-level work while saving you money. The district shall provide the Early Start Pathway enrollment at all of the district high schools for students meeting eligibility criteria. So this program is offered at Lyndon B. Johnson High School, J.B. Alexander High School, United High School, and United South High School. How to apply? Here is the process. You register, you click on the register button, complete and submit the registration form, which we just reviewed. Then you go into login. Log into the site with your email and password. Then you will create your online application by clicking the My Dashboard tab. Then you save. During the call for application period, your application can be saved as draft until all the required information is completed and attachments uploaded. As each section is complete, you will see a check mark appear in the category tab when the application is saved. At any time, you can download and print your application by clicking on this icon in the application summary section. And finally, you submit. On completion, submit your application as final. Download and print a copy of your application for your records by clicking on the icon in the application summary section in the right column. Note: if an update is required prior to the call for application period, you can make the update and resave as final. So remember, anytime you are logged in into the Early Start Pathway portal and you need to make a change, you may do so up until the deadline and resubmit. So now we will be logging in. because we have already registered. So now we got to log in to start our application. So right here, you type the email address that you used to register and the password that you used to register, and you go ahead and log in. We have finally logged in, and what you will see is My Program. So this is the dashboard that you have here. You have your home button, your My Dashboard, and the name who applied to this. So this is a student. To create an application, select the form from the drop-down list below. To edit an application, click the Edit button. To view your application as it will appear to the selection committee, click the Download button. If you require assistance or additional information, please contact the administrator, magnet@uisd.net. So the first thing we're going to do is we go to our drop-down arrow. And as you can see here, no submissions have been created. So anytime you have a question of anything that has occurred or you're worried about something, it's going to tell you right here in this section that you have not submitted, that you have not created, that you haven't done anything. So please select the appropriate program from the list to create a new submission. So we go here to our drop-down arrow and we will see Early Start Pathway. We click on it and we go to Create. Now you will begin to create Early Start Pathway. Please read all questions carefully and answer as completely as possible. Required information is marked with an asterisk and must be completed in order for your application to be considered. Your application must be submitted as final by 11:59 p.m. Central Time on May 21st, 2021. If you require assistance or additional information, please contact the Advanced Academics Administrator at magnet@uisd.net. And also, please upload all the files in PDF format. We're going to look here at the right-hand corner at what information can be provided to us. And here we have application summary. We talked about this previously. Here's the application deadline, which is May 21st, 2021. The last time you updated your application, we haven't done it, so you're going to have NA here, but a date will come out once you have updated. Your application status. Sometimes you are curious and you would like to know, what is the application status? Well, right here, it's going to be telling you that you have it as a draft, you have it as final, or that you withdrew your application. And finally, if you have any questions on how you inputted the information, you can download your application by clicking on this button. Key dates that are important to remember is the application process opened on February 23rd, 2021, and the application process will close on May 21st, 2021. Again, if you need any information, you contact us at the UISD Advanced Academics Department, 956-473-5244, or send us an email at magnet@uisd.net. So let's look at the criteria. Who can apply to this program? The UISD Early Start Pathway application process. First, complete and submit as final the student admission application and accompanying documentation no later than May 21st, 2021. 2. Students who do not meet the criteria as 8th graders may reapply for the ESP the following school year, but must have an overall 85 GPA in the core areas for 7th and 8th grade and meet TSI criteria before the May deadline of the current school year. 3. Students who do not meet the criteria as 9th or 10th graders may reapply for the Early Start Pathway the following school year, but must have an 85 current overall high school GPA and meet the TSI criteria before the May deadline of the current school year. 4. Students must also meet the TSI 1.0 or TSI 2.0 requirements in math before the senior year to be eligible to enroll in college math course. 5. You must attach a copy of your TSI 8 reading and writing scores or your TSI-2 ELAR scores. 6. The TSI-A1 assessment in reading, a required score of a 351 is needed, and in writing, a required score of a 340 or a 4 or better on the essay. And remember that this is the Texas Success Initiative College Assessment. Also, starting January 2021, we have the TSI 2.0, and it's part of the admission criteria for entry into the UISD Early Start pathway. So whether you have taken your TSI 1.0 or your TSI 2.0, you just need to make sure that you have passed your reading and writing, or what is now known as your ELAR TSI 2.0. Number 7, you are considered college ready in 2 ways. 1, if you score in the range of a 945 or 990 on the multiple choice CRC test and a 5 or higher in the essay test. And this is for your TSI 2.0. If you score below or 945 on the multiple choice CRC test, you receive a diagnostic level of a 5 or higher on the diagnostic test and a score of a 5 or higher on the essay test. And finally, you attach a copy of your 7th grade final report card and 8th grade fall semester report card. And here are going to be several questions that you must respond to. I am interested in participating in the UISD Early Start pathway at the following high school. So here you will be selecting the high school of your choice, whether it be United South High School, United High School, J.B. Alexander High School, or LBJ High School. I will choose one of them. Now the next question is, are you applying to LBJ High School Early College? And you must select yes or no. If you select no, you continue. If you select yes, then you might not be able to continue. So I'm going to select no. I'm not going to be part of the early college because I want to be part of the Early Start pathway at our different high schools. Have you been selected to the early college or BLISIA? So the lottery has already existed and you have already received an email or a call letting you know whether you have been selected to the early college at Lyndon B. Johnson or United South. We click here. If you click yes, then you're done. But if you have not, then you save. As you can see, application saved as draft, eligibility for the program has been confirmed. So now I can continue with my application process. As you can see, now you have different tabs here. We've got our student profile tab, our uploads, and our parent consent form. So we go to our student profile. Under this section, you will have to type in some information. The student last name. So who is a student who is applying for the Early Start Pathway program? The student's last name, the student's first name, if the student has a middle initial, the UISD ID number, the Social Security number if the student does not belong to any of the UISD schools, the date of birth, the middle school attending. Here are the middle schools. And if it's other, because it is not any of these, you can click on other. Student email. Once again, student email. We do not want the email of the parent here because all this information is about the student. The gender of the student, the current grade that the student is in. Now we go on to the parent or the legal guardian of the student. So here you type the name of the parent or the legal guardian. And here's where you type the parent email address in this section right here. Now we need some contact information. What's the street address, the city, the state, the zip code, the home telephone number, a mobile number, the work number of the parent or legal guardian. And if there's any other phone number or cell number where parents or guardians can be reached during the day, please select here. Now that you've filled out this information, you can save as a draft and you close. You may exit, you may log off, and continue with your application later, or you may continue. As you notice, I did not input any information, so I do not have a check mark under this tab. Once you input all the information that's required, you will see a check mark here. We go on to the next section, which is uploads, the uploads of your document, your 7th grade final report card, your 8th grade fall term report card, and of course your TSI 1.0 or your TSI 2.0 reading and writing or ELAR student score report. So here you will be uploading and you will be saving as a draft. Always remember that you need to save your information. So you save as a draft, and it gives you this information. You close. Once again, I have not submitted anything, so I don't have that check mark that's required, but I will at some point. Then we go to the final and the last tab, and that is the consent. This is the parent consent. It is a policy of United ISD not to discriminate on the basis of race, color, national origin, sex, gender, or handicap in its programs, services, or activities as required by Title VI of the Civil Rights Acts of 1964, as amended Title IX of the Education Amendments of 1972, and Section 504 of Rehabilitation Act of 1973 as amended. And right here, please download and upload the signed agreement. So we go here to download our agreement. So it's downloading the parent agreement. So this is the parent agreement that we have. Dear parents/guardians, assessments are a necessary tool by which we can identify students' strengths and weaknesses to better address their educational needs. These tools provide insights into students' academic achievement and abilities for adapting instruction to enhance all students' successful learning. Due to COVID-19, TSI 2.0 testing will be administered online at a designated testing site. Your student or child is scheduled to take the TSI 2.0 for the ESP program during the spring term at their designated middle school. Our district has selected middle school teachers to monitor students while they are taking their online assessment. Email updates may be sent with specific testing times and procedures for the TSI 2.0 assessment by your middle school campus. Terms and conditions. As a child's adult supervisor, you are responsible for ensuring the following. Test content is held as secure and confidential. Tests are only to be taken by the assigned student. Tests are not to be viewed by anyone other than the assigned student. Students are not to receive assistance on tests from any individual or resources. Confirmation of agreement. My signature below confirms that I am the parent or legal guardian of the student. I consent to my student participating in the online on-site administration of the TSI 2.0 assessment using the platforms and processes specified by school administration. I have fully read, understand, and agree to abide to the above terms and conditions regarding test security and testing practices and understand that they apply to my student and to myself. I understand and agree to follow all policies and procedures specified for this assessment, and I further acknowledge that this electronic signature is legally binding. So here is the student name, please print, the parent guardian name, please print, and of course the signature of the parent and the date. Once you have filled out and read this information, you save it, and then of course you will be uploading. We go back. So once that is there and you type in the date, you save, and it's telling you that the application is a draft. So of course I do not have all the check marks I need because I have not completed my application. And if I go here to my application summary, I see here that the last update is March 24th, 2021. My application status is a draft. And the deadline for this application is May 21, 2021. But you will also see that you will be given an identification number. This is a number, or this is the code that we will identify your child has submitted some type of information in the Early Start Pathway portal, has logged in and inputted information, and they will be receiving. So for example, my ID number is 2962 for this application, but every single child and individual will have their own ID number that they will be receiving. And lastly, just a reminder that you have any questions, please contact us at UISD Advanced Academics Department at 956-473-5244 or at magnet@uisd.net. And always remember that if you have questions pertaining to TSI testing, please contact your campus. Your middle school campus can give you more information about the TSI testing dates. Our department does not have that information. Our department has the information on the requirements for the Early Start Pathway Program process. Our department will give more information on what students will finally make the list to be part of this program, but we do not have the information on TSI testing. So remember that we are united, that this is a program that the United Independent School District is offering through the Advanced Academics Department. And once again, if you have any questions, please contact us. So once I'm ready to save as a final, I can go here, submit as final, but as you can see, it's telling me that certain information is required and I cannot submit as final. So I just say, okay, I save as a draft. It is, of course, saved as a draft, and I can come back and look at my information and revise at any time. I am ready to log out, so I go to this corner here where it has the student name, and I will log out. And as you can see, you are now logged out of the system. So I have logged out. I know my application is as a draft, but when I am ready to submit all the information, which is the report card, the student profile information, the consent letter, and the TSI information, I can always go back to home, look at this page, and go into login and log in and finish the information that I am pending. So once again, if you need any assistance at any time, please contact us at 956-473-5244 or at magnet@uisd.net.